Okay. Got it.
This is raw and unfiltered, from sex, sports to culture, all topics considered. It's a good time with dope conversation. Every time you take a listen, it's a celebration. So tap in, you won't be disappointed. Keep it above, anything else is pointless. Facts over fluff, our discussions are poignant. Politically incorrect, well, that's what the point is. Talk our talk like nobody else can. Give our perspective, not afraid to make a stand. Nothing off the record, every take and every rant is unapologetic, and we stand on that. We make you think, we make you laugh out loud. The realest place on the internet, hands down. We give it to you straight, nothing here is watered down. The best show in town, and you can bet the house. Yes, you can bet the house. Yes, you can bet the house. Give it to you straight, nothing here is watered down. The best show in town, and you can bet the house.
Y'all already know what it is. What it is, and what it's always gonna be. Tonight is none different. Got some special guests in the building.
And friends.
We got the Wet Lounge in the building.
Hey, you already know.
Friends.
Introduce yourself and tell us about your platform.
All right. Well, I am Zanai, one half of the Wet Lounge, as he already said. Yes, you can catch us on all streaming platforms. If you want to hear that spicy talk, we always have the tea. We always have the spice.
And I am Cece. What up, friends? I am the other half of the Wet Lounge. Now you know. Basically, our podcast is a forum to talk about all things taboo and the uncomfortable conversations that take place when you are in comfortable settings, which is how we came up with the name of the Wet Lounge to begin with, because like Sanai said, we always have that spicy shit. You can get it all from us. Sex tips, relationship advice, but also it's a chill, calm environment. Come have a drink, take a shot, and spill some kinks, spill some tea. But we got it all at the Wet Lounge. So stream us.
Season 2 just started, so get on that.
Yes.
Season 2, okay.
Yes, season 2.
All right, so let's get it started.
It's the buy-in. It's the buy-in. Bet the house. Bet the house.
I'm loving it. Loving the sound.
It's going down. Welcome to the show.
All right. It's the buy-in. It's the opening topics. So I got a question. Are y'all tattooing guys' names in 2022? Or is that
I'm not tattooing guys' names ever since 1995. Like it was just never doing that. Like
taking over from the 95 to the 2000s.
Never, like never.
No.
First of all, no. Like, even if he wanted to tattoo my name, it's still not happening. I've always looked up like super cute couple tattoos. Like I would get like the Queen of Hearts tattooed on my finger where he gets the King of Hearts. Because if I get another king, it's still giving the same thing. So never your name though. Something
so you recycling tattoos?
Huh?
You recycling tattoos?
I can recycle tattoos, yes, for sure. I'm not gonna get something that's not recyclable because if I get Tyrone tatted, I gotta be with a different Tyrone for the rest of my life. It's just no, nothing specific. No,
not at all. People be out here getting whole faces like wow, like wow, like what is it? Is it gold?
Does to them. You know,
what's love got to do with it?
Nothing at all. Like, no, I love my body too much to be tainted by that.
So even if they did it for you, you're not reciprocating.
They would have never
like,
done it for me.
You stupid.
They would have never done it for me because I'm gonna let it be known off rip. Like you've never got to do it because you should never ask me to do it because I'm never doing it. So if you do it, don't even say you did it for me. Every time you look at it, you did it for you.
Even if y'all get married, even if
then you really did it for you.
Even if y'all get
even
married,
if we get married, because honestly, to me, marriage is a permanent thing, but like just as permanent as a tattoo. But No, because no,
Because
sorry.
things are subject to change, but this piece of my body, this limb of mine, it isn't. So no, I need something just as disposable as you.
I actually know a few people in my family who have names tatted, and it's giving they're not together anymore. So I learned by observation.
They can work it out though. Possibly.
They're with different people at this point. They're always
kids and everything,
so
like new kids and everything. Like it's never gonna give. It's never gonna give.
Say
all
never.
I have to do is be like, oh, that's what that's about. I'm good. Right. That's
it. Right.
No, I mean I did it. I did it. And I don't.
And we don't be talking mad shit. He's like, I did it.
You know, I didn't feel bad about it. I just felt bad about the way it went down. Like,
was you forced?
No, it wasn't forced, but it was. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and then you're gonna do it with me, and then, you know, we're gonna do it together. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Swindled.
She's backed out. Oh,
big facts.
No, it's
big
you
facts. I got swindled.
Now.
And now it's like, I'm gonna get it removed. I'm just trying to build up enough courage to get it removed because tattoos hurt like a motherfucker. And that was my first one. So I'm gonna get it removed. Luckily, you know, and I tell this story, but I gotta be real. Like when we broke up, I kind of when people would ask about it, it was like, oh, this was my cousin that got hit by a parked car. They got hit by a car.
Not lying on Cuzzo.
One time I said, like, you know, like, because I didn't have a daughter at the time, but I was able to say, yeah, this is my daughter. She fell down an elevator shaft, you know. Yeah, so, you know. So,
I don't know what to say.
No.
Hey, I mean, I had to make up some real crazy stories. But the thing about it was, she's my kid's mom. So I kind of felt like, you know, you hurt me. I was hurt. We broke up. We ended bad. So yeah, I'm gonna say whatever it takes me to say to.
I would have been like, that's my ex. I would have been like, that's my girlfriend. She died. She got shot, then hit by a car.
I said all that shit. And sometimes it worked. But see, when I met my wife, I couldn't tell her that. I couldn't tell her that because she already knew the scoop. She wasn't going. So, you had to be honest. Okay.
You have to be honest.
Let's talk about, do women have more opportunities to cheat than men?
That's a sticky situation, but I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Oh.
I think the only reason why I say yes is because topic that I hit before. I think that women have more opportunity to have sex than men, and I think women are more likely to cheat emotionally than men are. So that's a double chance. Like I could cheat with one guy physically, and I could cheat with another guy emotionally, and I could just do it a lot. Men will most likely only cheat physically. They're more likely to only cheat physically, so it's only one opportunity.
Yeah,
but women can just try all.
And that's the thing. When guys cheat, we don't cheat because we like her brain. We like her mind. You know, she got some sexy ass eyelashes. No, we don't cheat for that. I think it is just physical. Women, you have to have more of a emotional connect. Like, you know, they're not gonna. I think that's what the difference between men and women is. Men, we cheat for the physical, and that be the end of it. We can go back home, lay up with our girl, and nothing ever happens. Play with the kids and have that family life. Because I know men have 3 different families all at once and wouldn't get attached to neither one of them. Women are a little bit different.
Not gonna get stabbed. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never cheated, but I do feel like when a woman cheats emotionally, it's because, I mean, I could be wrong, but it's because she has asked her man for something multiple times, something that she craves or something that's her love language, and she's not receiving it, so she has to get it elsewhere. Like if I constantly have to ask my man to be romantic or to take me on dates or whatever have you, and this is not happening, I want to go out, so I'm gonna just have to take somebody else take me out, like that type of thing. I think that's how that goes.
And see,
I feel like
what's crazy about that is, yeah, we ain't looking to do that. We ain't looking to go out and have to spend extra money when we could just go out and go with the person that we already spending money on. That's like, okay, say for instance, we go out, we take somebody else out, and then say the missus want to go out. That's 2 dates. That's two checks that we done had to pay. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be honest. So, like I said, for me, if it was me, I'm only doing it for the physical. I'm not doing it for the walks on the park, the walks in the beach, the walks on the park. I'm not going to the carnival trying to win you a teddy bear. I'm not doing none of that shit. But women, and it has happened to me to the point where you wasn't giving me enough attention. You wasn't paying me enough attention. We don't really have much us time. You work like crazy. There's really a void here with attention, lack of attention. So I saw both ends of the spectrum. What about you, Miss Lady?
I feel like I want to say, because what y'all both say is very true, but also, granted, women cheat better, but that is literally because women tend to think long term and men don't, or they just don't care enough to think long term. So they'll bite that L when they get there because they know the L is coming regardless. But I feel like for women, it can be that simple, but in a lot of cases, it's not. I say that because you watch the dynamic of men and women. Now, when a man wants to cheat, he might lie and say he's going out with his friends, and a woman will sit at home and she'll believe that he's there. Most, and this is just from my observation, most men, when they go out on their typical, like when they're not cheating, like they're just out and about, they're not socializing the same way women are. They're not Snapchatting everything. They're not Instagramming everything, all this other stuff. So it's just like when you see these memes going around, they like, oh, she said she was going out with the girls, but I don't see anything in her story. Red flag. That's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. She didn't post nothing the entire time. A man, though, it's more likely for women to give him leadway in that area because how often does your nigga post to begin with? So it's always telltale signs, and you have to know the person you with. It's like, oh, you don't typically do this, but this is what you did.
And you might not think a man is ass nigga.
And you might not think a man don't pay attention. And that's the thing. And it's like, you might not think a man pays attention, but they pay attention to shit like that. They'll pay attention to, you just came out from cheating and you told them you were somewhere else, but you jumped right back in the shower immediately once you came back in, but you also took a shower right before you left, or at least you told me
you never shower before you get
left.
home.
At least not that fast. You'll sit down, take the shoes off, have a blunt, a drink, something, talk.
Facts.
And you didn't. It's ways, and that's the way women get caught up because they don't look at it like that. You look at it like being low. You're not low when your MO says you post your entire life when you go out, but you said you was going out and you posted nothing, and now you're caught up and you're mad because he's throwing your phone in your face at 3 a.m. You kind of didn't play that smart. So it's like you can, but it's all about how you go about it, and a lot of times women don't go about it the right way. But also, I feel like what it is, men would be more likely to catch women cheating if they didn't feel like every time a woman cheats, or majority of the time that they're doing so, is for the emotional attachment. Women are human beings that require sex like all the other human beings. They will cheat on you just for the sake of sex. You can give them good, sufficient sex, and they will still cheat on you for that same level of dick or a better level of dick, because no matter how good you think you fuck, you can always be better than that. Everybody can always be better. There's always somebody better than you, no matter how good you are. So there's women out here that's just looking like, yeah, we was just fucking. Like they know they're not going on no dates. They do that with you. They went for the sex. Sometimes you annoying. They don't want to be annoyed. They went to not be annoyed. Like, for the exact same reasons a man would cheat, so would a woman. And I feel like it gets masked for feeling like women have to be emotional creatures. I don't care enough about nothing to be emotional. Like, I really got to give a fuck, and I disregard a lot of things, or I have little regard for a lot of things to begin with. So if I'm cheating, just know it's more than likely not for any type of emotional attachment. You know how long it took me to get one for you, and that's what you think this is about? No. It's not about any of that. And for a lot of cases, it's not. poll women and ask them why they cheated. A lot of times, sex. Sometimes his head was better. Sometimes he had more money, but the answer of emotional needs being met, that answer is declining. Women is taking back their sexual power because we all have it. And they out here doing the motherfucking thing.
But I think,
to be
like,
honest,
I don't think, like, say the sex at home is good. Say it's bananas. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna step out and cheat for if he's not lacking in that department? You're
for the
going,
same reason a man would, because it's new pussy. Literally, I was scrolling on Instagram and you pop up a lot on my timeline and you ask, why do men cheat? This is a safe space, and these dumbasses was in the comments showing they ass, and niggas was saying it's nothing like new pussy. You will cheat just because it's new pussy. So will a female, because what makes you think just because she has X and Y chromosomes that she's X chromosomes that she's not cheating for the same reasons that the niggas was saying in the comments. A lot of them didn't even have valid reasons, just because the ass was fatter, the waist was smaller, the pussy might be better. So you're taking a gamble on something that might be better. Women do the same thing. Women do the same thing.
I don't think guys step out knowing like, oh, you gonna be the one I'm gonna leave my wife for, or you the one.
A lot of times that's not what they're trying to do.
For. So
they just try to do it one time, see if they get away with it, and then boop,
yeah. For me, it was back in the days. It was and I'm gonna bust a nut and I'm gonna go home about my business. I'm not looking for you for anything more than just a nut. I'm not cuddling with you. We not finna watch Netflix. We not finna be, reminiscing on this moment. No, none of that. Look, like I am here for one thing, and then I'm gonna go on about my business. Now, whereas women are more emotional with sex. Like women will do the cuddling, they will do the layup, they will do the getting attached, they will do the cooking afterwards and all that because they have.
I think it's more likely, not that they will. It's just more likely because it's not always going to happen. That doesn't always happen.
And then a lot of times it's still not about the emotional. That's literally her going about her business after she had sex. I'm telling you, as somebody that did that shit, I'm telling you, I know some trash ass women. Like I know women that they pinning babies on niggas till today, and them niggas is paying for the babies. But that's not my business. I know women of all types of walks, and
women do that.
Women will do that, but also men will do that shit as well. Men will do that as well. Like they'll say they just here for the sex. It's like we had sex 2 hours ago, but you still here. So it's clearly not just for the sex. Right. We both know we not having sex again. So why are you here? Just to kick it? Because you have a house, you have a car.
I told my wife, I said, if I ever had an outside baby, which I never will, but if I did, that would be, this is why I only deal with women that had boyfriends already. Okay. Because
y'all both equally have the same amount to lose.
No. Because if she ended up with a baby, that was his baby. Take care of that.
That's just like straight toxicity and like.
And that only works if that nigga is as equally stupid as that female.
Right, because he gonna have to be like, what the freak? He gonna do his own little math and that he gonna see the baby.
You have no idea how dumb some of these hood dudes are.
Like, and that little baby, that little baby like the same guy that I saw at the market the other day, or that like the same guy that lived down the street, like.
That looks like your friend.
I hope nobody's that stupid.
No, but I said if this situation ever happened, like and a chick showed up at the door saying that was my baby, no, that's her baby. Because if it comes down to, I guess I'm gonna be under the Mello Act. Y'all know how Mello had that baby, but Lala was not going. Like he was financially taking care of that baby, but he wasn't around that baby. If that makes sense. So if it came, because they were saying that she gave him a choice, either her or that baby. And I think and the thing about that is he made that baby out of lust. He didn't make that baby out of love. That's no excuse. But at the end of the day, I made a vow to you. So therefore, financially, yeah, I'm gonna handle that shit. But at the same time, a lot of time.
I'll be there if I'm gonna lay down next to somebody every night who hasn't seen their kid ever.
No. See here, and this is why I'm glad I don't put myself in that. This is why I'm glad But you have women like that though.
Yeah.
You have women like that. It's a lot of women, and this ain't the first. It's a lot of women out here that will lay up with a nigga who is a better stepfather than he is a father.
Yep.
I mean, I would never stay with somebody who had a baby on me anyway. I would never stay with a man who had a baby on me.
Right. Like however you was planning to handle it don't even matter because I'm out.
Right. But if I fell on a rock and I became stupid one day and I did stay with that man, I'll be damned if I'm not going to be like, oh, did you see the baby this weekend? You want to see the baby this weekend, right? Did you see the baby? Did you see the baby? You bought this for the baby? Let me buy this for the baby because I'm not going to be enabling you to be a deadbeat father and continue the cycle. That's out.
Women out here who do not want that man in their other kids' lives. You literally have men who make a choice to be better stepfathers to kids that are not theirs than their own.
Because like, a lot of niggas is like that. If they not with shorty, then they not with shorty. Exactly. And that's not their problem. Like they just acknowledge that they have offsprings out there because they know that motherfucker is walking on this earth.
I always wonder how you know you got kids in the world and you just living your life every day, just oblivious.
Sad.
Not oblivious, but how do you go through your days every day knowing I have a kid out there, but they don't don't worry about it. Right. Don't worry about it. What?
Like what do you
got too many children, man. So you know, I'm one of the people that I made these kids. I'm gonna lay down and had them. So I'm gonna take care of them. It's rough. It was definitely rough. You know, I got project twins. I got two kids that are a month apart. So the switchback and going from house to house, you know, I was laying up with one, but I was going to see the other one in the daytime. You know, I was going from back. Oh, I'm into it with you. All right, let me go on over here then, you know, because I ain't into it with her. So let me go on over here. And when, you know, I'll go eat dinner here and go home there. That shit was depressing.
Not depressing.
I bet. Oh, no, but I bet. Like,
that shit was depressing as hell, having to balance two different families. So I don't know how it's dudes out here, I'm telling you, that literally live in the same area as their kids. Yep. But won't even pay attention to pick up the phone and call them just to say it. My kids, some of my kids live in Chicago. I live in Minnesota. So I go see them every other weekend. Now we back on the every other weekend shit because COVID, when COVID was here, I was having them weeks at a time, months at a time. They was with me. But now that school and everything is starting back up, I feel like in this day and age, if you don't want to be a father, you just don't want to be a father because it's so much.
Too many ways.
It's too many ways technology wise.
If you don't want to be a father, I feel like you should
there are guys in jail. There are guys in jail that take care of their kid. Like the mother, somebody brings that child so that way they can see that child at least once or multiple times a month. And they still make sure that some type of money, and they call and speak on the phone. Like I've seen it happen. I've seen
guys that take their money that they make in jail and send it to their kids. People that's doing like work release and all that shit, they'll take that money and send that shit to their kids. Or they'll tell, look, man, I'm good in here. You ain't got to send me no commissary. Handle that for the kids. Take care of the kids. Now, I'm going to tell you, I will be that guy. Now, if I was struggling, really, really struggling in jail, yes, I need that. But in other words, I look at it at the big picture. I got all these kids out here. I'm in here for years. Man, don't send me shit. Take care of the kids, period. That's how I felt about it. Like, I couldn't be one of those dudes. I had to grow up. I had my first kid at 20. That was a reality check for me. I couldn't run the streets. I couldn't hole hop. I couldn't do none of that shit no more. I had to step up and realize that diapers and shit was expensive. So at that time, I was still in diapers. I was still in wipes. I was doing whatever I had to do to survive. But at the same time, I grew up. Especially when I had two more coming right after that. So I had three kids by the time I was 24, 25. So it was like, yo.
I can't even imagine having one right now.
I was like, yo, this shit ain't it. I got to get out here and get a job. I got to make ends meet. But I can't. And the problem is I had to break up with a lot of women who were selfish enough to tell me that I had too many kids, so I don't have enough money for them. Oh, baby, goodbye.
That's me.
That's me. I don't have, because I don't have kids, kids and I'm 26, I'm on my own, I don't have kids, I live my best life, I travel whenever I want to.
Facts.
I don't think I deserve to have somebody who has to
be halted in any way.
Who has to split their priorities with me.
Well,
I feel like because I'm in a position, I make myself number one priority. I did my due diligence to make sure I don't have any kids or I'm able to enjoy my 20s. I did what I had to do. So if somebody's like, oh, you don't want to be with me because I got kids, that's kind of selfish or that's kind of like bougie.
Yeah,
that's
I remember.
point.
I remember us having this
the point.
conversation. So I know where y'all stand, but I was saying like I was different. Like, my priority was my kids. Until I got married, my priority was my kids. Now my priorities are a little different because my wife is gonna take care of everything she needs to take care of. Cool, she gonna handle her business. But at the same time, I still, as my needs come after that, my needs fall behind my kids and her. So I don't get to do the shit that I want to do. Sometimes I gotta be like, all right, I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? But when I had the mind frame of you guys. When I dealt with a woman that had kids, it wasn't because I wanted to deal with them because they had kids, because I was trying to be a family man. No, at that point, my philosophy was women with a lot of kids got some good monkey. What? So that was my philosophy. Like,
I remember when he said this last time. I'm still shaking
that was my
head.
philosophy, and then it changed. And then, but see, it ain't that guy. Look, guys will make a way. If that woman is special, no matter how many kids that man got, if that woman is special, he gonna make a way. But I feel
like you could be fine. Like you could be Chris Brown, you could be Michael B. Jordan, like you, because I did the whole dating app thing. So if you fine, I'm swiping on you, I'm hitting you up. I could be like, oh my God, I found my next husband, mom. Like it's over for everybody else. We start talking and you be like, oh yes, I got a kid. All attraction is just like gone, like
all the moisture in my labia just
literally is. I don't know
wet
what
lounge,
it is.
The
it's
wet lounge dries up.
Yes, I don't know why.
It becomes a Sahara desert after dark.
Like, it's just like, nah, no. And then I literally get dry and I'll start responding and I'll
immediately no.
Even if it's just one kid.
I can't.
No,
one kid, 2 kid, red kid, blue kid. Like it's all
I'm about to say red fish, blue fish.
I don't care. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with nobody. And it's not the baby mama drama thing. It's a whole bunch of other stuff reasons why I can't do it. It's
that too. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's that too. And I say that because from what I've learned, I love the fact that I was able to watch people close to me make mistakes. So that way I didn't have to. That's no different than having people like Rosa Parks and them do certain struggle work so that way we have a better future. You fucked up as a woman. So that way this woman, me, don't have to do it because I already see what happens when you pick this door and I'm not picking that door. I'm not, because I'm a logical thinker. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a long-term thinker. There's 13%, Black people allegedly make up 13% of the population.
You are Aquarius.
Yep.
I fucking hate y'all.
Everybody does. You gotta get in line with the niggas that give a fuck. Everybody do.
Okay, but so like, when are you going to open that door? When are you going to pick that door?
I'm not picking that
to having a family life, to having kids, to having
there's a ring on his finger, period.
So like, you ain't being nobody baby mama.
Never. Look at me, a baby mama. You must be crazy. Like never.
Now,
never.
See, for me, it's just like I'm not looking for kids right now because it's just so many other things that you can do that don't involve being a parent, or that kind of trumps being a parent right now. Like, or it's more lit than changing Pampers every 3 hours. Like, however you want to slice it, there's other shit that could be done. And
this is true.
I want to do other shit. I want to do other shit because the type of parent I plan to be, I'm not going to be a selfish parent. I'd rather be a selfish individual than be a selfish parent.
Facts.
That just sounds so much better to me than to be like, let me be selfless and have kids. And then just like a lot of Black people tell their kids, I'm gonna live my life. Y'all, we stopped you from having fun. You and the person that you had consenting sex with stopped you from having fun. Right. Because I know what happens if two motherfuckers have sex, whether it's protected or raw. There's a possibility of a baby.
I actually I just had this self-reflective conversation with myself earlier. I'm a major if I don't have to do that, I'm not doing it type of person. So, but then when you have kids, even if you don't want to do it, you have to do it. If I be like, oh, I don't want to work no more, I don't have to, and I'm gonna start working. That's where I am in my life right now. Or if I don't want to buy groceries, I'm not, because I have the money to order out every day or anything like that. But once you have kids, you don't want to do something, you still have to do it, and it all falls on you. And that little baby is looking at you like, can you do this for me? And it's like I don't want
can you scratch my ass, please?
But
literally,
you have to. And
I seen a post on Facebook, and it was too early for me to be up. So child, but the mom was on my Facebook, girls we went to high school with, other girls, they were sharing it, and they was like, motherhood is being a morning person, whether you want to or not. Immediately, I shut Facebook the fuck out and went to Twitter, where motherfuckers is ratchet at 6 a.m. because what is that? I'm not a morning person now. The only time I'm getting up early is in case of emergencies and to make some dinero. And if it's not any of the two, I'm not getting up early.
I'm
already
a major morning person,
so what am I
don't wake me up when I know.
Like,
I love the morning, but don't wake me up if I don't have to be woken up. And if I'm being woken up by a crying baby, we got beef.
I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset because why are you crying? It's 4 a.m.
Come tell me why you're crying. All right, square up, because like
I went through it 7 times.
For all I know, your nose itch, and I'm thinking it's your scalp, and that's why you screaming harder because what the fuck is this? And then I'm just asked the fuck out. Like,
see, I was the guy that welcomed a baby crying. I was different. I welcomed that shit, especially after the third kid. After the third kid, I was used to it. Like, oh, okay, this I've been here before. I've been down this road.
And my mother told me I cried all the time, and they say whatever you do to your parents is what your kids are gonna do to you. So it's like I got a couple years for that because I'm a super like spoiled brat, so I know my baby's gonna be the same.
But do y'all feel like y'all gonna be good parents when that time comes?
100%. Yeah. I had a great role model, so I feel like it's innate in me. I'm a nurturer, but right now, nah, I can't do it.
I feel like if it came down to like, I ain't gonna hold you. Let me find out I'm pregnant tomorrow. I'm not having it, and that's just that. But like, if it came down to I was gonna keep it, I know that I can be a good parent. I've already helped raise 5 of my cousins from like young. Like I have been wiping ass and signing report cards for the longest. Like I've done a lot of running, and listen, you don't know. Let me explain to you. I tell my aunt every day, whether I'm mad at her or just on a good day, you and your 7 kids, y'all are the definition of birth control. I literally did not want children, and it's all because of the motherfuckers that ran around in these 4 walls of this apartment. I will not, I repeat, I will not be listening to these sounds by the time I get my own apartment, because there has never been a child-free moment in my fucking house. So knowing what it's like to be with a child all the fucking time, now that I'm on my own, living my best motherfucking life, do you really think that that's what I want to hear? No, that's not what I want to hear. I didn't want to hear it when it was your fucking kids. And I told you I didn't want to hear it. So now that I got all the options to what the fuck I want to do, fuck them kids.
Nah, I don't want to hear it.
That's the code we live under over here. It's really fuck them kids, because I've always had to take care of somebody's kids. I'm talking, I done fought adults. I done fought adults. Like I done told little kids, go get your mother, and fought the mother. I done told people, go get your brother, and called my brother, you got to come down here and beat so-and-so up. Done did the parent teacher conference, the getting up at 2 a.m. because somebody got to go to the ER, and then there all night, and then still got to go to work. Done been late to work because you got to get kids ready. And these ain't my kids. And I understand that when they are my kids, you can complain, you can feel how you want to feel, but you still got to do it. You still got to do it, regardless of how you feel. And I'm willing to do that only when it's something I birthed. Only when it's something I brought from the hospital back home with me. That's the only time I'm going to do it. Like, but not a moment before then. Yeah. Nope. No, sir. I'm tired. I'm tired of kids. Like already. Like I'm tired of kids. So no. 24/7, 365.
I want to take the time to say this too, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, if I call your phone, doesn't matter what level we are on. If we fucking, if we in a relationship, if we getting to know each other, doesn't matter. The moment I call your phone and another dude picks up the phone, we're done.
Yeah.
100%. That makes sense.
Yeah.
If it's the other way around, if that shit happened to me,
he's done.
Oh yeah, nah. And then if we're on a serious level, I'm doing a pop-up. I'm pulling up because what?
We're still done for, but I have to.
We're still done, but I'm
to the
insult. because now I need to catch an assault charge.
Injury to insult. I'm telling you.
I ain't even
that's
gonna
the only
lie.
reason why I'm
And I
pulling
got
up.
this off I was watching BMF. And Buddy showed up and Lamar was in the crib with the chick. And it was like, oh yeah, you got me fucked up. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I was just clapping these buns 3 days ago. And now that your baby daddy out of jail, it's fuck me. No, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat his ass, but we're done. Like
yes.
We're done. But no, I just feel like the minute all I don't give a fuck what level we on. The minute that another dude pick up the phone and get to questioning me, oh, Chief, you can have her.
Right, you clearly that deep in with the other person. If
so
they
you can answer you can answer my phone,
me,
right?
And questioning me, like
because I've been on the other side of that. I've been on the phone. I've been in the background while she trying to hold a conversation with oral pleasure going on, and she trying to hold a conversation. And then I've been the guy that was my biggest fear, calling a woman while she out here sucking dick. That was my blowing.
I swear, men have the craziest fears. Like I've heard men say, like I would never be with a woman because I'll be damned if she fucking my best friend.
I'm blowing her line up.
Where do you get these asinine situations?
I'm sending her
from real life
scenarios. I love you text. You my world, you forever mines. And whole time she dropped down and getting her ego on the dick. And shit.
But how often are these things happening?
Because I've been on that side of the fence. I've been on both sides of the fence.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like if people never put themselves in these situations, they will never think, oh, that could happen to me. Like you shouldn't have done it to somebody because it happened to the person you did it to. So now you're thinking like, oh damn, that might happen to me. Like
she pouring her heart and soul out to this dude. I love you, baby. He hard at work, making money to pay their bills and shit. And she over here getting fucked, telling them how much she love him and shit like that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, you cold-blooded. You super cold. So to me, that blew up my anxiety about it. Like, no, that's my biggest fear. I'm over here declaring my love to a chick, and it's a whole nigga balls deep. Whole nigga over here balls deep.
That's crazy.
And him and her read my text messages together. Oh no, Chief. Oh no. It's some shit with that. Don't look like that. Cause
how often does that really happen?
Because women
a lot, Zanai.
Women out here that do that shit.
I don't believe it.
Listen, if a nigga piss you off that bad, he pisses you off that bad, and you be like, all right, you won't do this shit for me like you said earlier. If a dude won't do something for me, I'm gonna go to the next dude because he will. Now you gotta know.
That's not even my style. I'm gonna break up with you.
Not you.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't. My mind doesn't work that way. But I can't fathom that people do these things. It's doesn't make sense.
Like the way you got to look at it, right? Like, because the way I always rationalize shit, I'd be like, this can't be a thing. But like, I'd be like, damn, we sound like white people when they watching 12 Years a Slave and shit on TV and be like, there's no way this is real. Bitch, there is too many people on the internet that you have access to where you can see them vouching in some type of way, shape, and form for this shit. And everybody's not lying to keep up with social media.
You're right.
Motherfuckers is heinous, girl.
Somebody's telling the truth. Like,
it's so many foul women and men out here. Like I said, I was that dude. I would go out after a long day of cheating and go home and act like ain't shit happened. Didn't give two fucks. But that shit karma, that shit comes back to you. It does, because again, that was my biggest fucking fear. Like, yo, I turned to a statue when it came to showing feelings and shit like that, because again, that was like my biggest thing. Like, yo, I really like this girl, and whole time she fucking every time Dick and Harry. So it was like, nah, Chief, I fell off on showing and expressing my love and feelings and all that shit, because I had those type of fears. Like, I would go crazy if I gave you all my love, all my attention. I'm doing everything you asked me to do, and it's another nigga balls deep in you. Nah, I'd be hurt. I'd be crushed.
I don't know why that was
Like,
funny.
like we will be going to, I will be in somebody, I will have be inmate 2755631 by the time we done, because I felt like, here's another thing. If you gonna cheat, have the decency to go get a hotel or go to that
Right.
person's house. You
Right.
ain't never supposed to be laid up in
the bed you share.
in a dude that's busting his ass for you. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
I be
ever do
seeing it.
that.
I be
Like,
seeing this shit like, how this dude gave you a nice house, you take care of the kids, you driving in a good car, you ain't broke, you got all this shit. How the fuck do you find time to go fuck another nigga in the bed y'all lay in? Now,
I'm not even gonna lie, that is a little crazy, because even when I wasn't in a relationship with somebody, I was dating a lot of guys, so I would be having sex with a lot of guys, obviously. So even if I had sex with, let's say I put on a fresh pair of sheets today and I had sex with one guy, 2 days later, if I had sex with another guy, I have to change those sheets. Even if it was no like secretions or anything, I just don't feel right having two different men on the same sheets. Like,
that's what
it's
I
just
call.
so I'm like, could you imagine having a wife and you bring another woman in your bed?
Because that's what I was gonna say. It correlates to like when you marry, like let's say like the significant other passes away and y'all get a divorce, you're not gonna get another bed. Like when the time comes, you have like another wife or another fiance, or you move with somebody, and you're not gonna get another bed. You're just gonna have sex in the same bed as the wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a whole new bed.
You're not gonna get another bed. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I'm
it just
one of
don't
those.
feel right. It doesn't feel.
I call that
weird.
cheating respectfully. There's a way to cheat respectfully, you know, and respectfully, I ain't never bringing nobody in my house with my kids and shit at.
Right.
That
like,
I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't. I'll even take it as far
the other
as
person's domain.
I'll even take it as far as I would never cheat. And like, let's say I'm going on a date to cheat. I would never take the guy or go with the guy to a place that me and my man be going. Like, that's how I take it as far as that. Like, that just don't feel, because I'll be there with the bartender, see me and be like,
and looking at you like, oh, two for
really?
Yeah,
No.
like you wouldn't even know where I live at. Like, honestly, you wouldn't even know where I live at.
When they come refill your drinks, like,
you wouldn't know where I live at.
Don't hit me with the usual.
The usual.
You ask me if I want the usual. I'm being sneaky. What are you doing?
Like, bitch, I had one margarita last time I was here. The usual.
Facts.
Oh,
like, now you're trying to get me caught, and now we're gonna fight. So let's just go to a whole other place.
Let's go across the water. Let's go to Jersey City.
Now the man I'm cheating with is gonna be like, oh, you be coming here a lot? It's a sticky situation. Like,
and then you gotta sit there and you gotta be like, no, I don't.
She must be confusing me with somebody else.
And you just gotta lie about it.
Well, you do a lot of lying that night, so it really don't matter at that point, I guess.
Yes, and you just gotta keep lying after that, because at this point, what's going on? Like,
that's why cheating just ain't for me, because I can't lie, like, and I just can't keep up with my lies, and I just can't. Like, I can't.
I just really could not imagine somebody going, the usual, or what did you just say to me?
Right.
Oh, honey,
that's a quick way to end up paying for the check by yourself type shit. You know what I'm saying? If
unless the guy already knows, unless the guy you cheating with already knows what's up, then he'll be like, yeah, let me get what she's having. Like, what she usually get.
I be telling people, look, don't bring me somewhere where you done been with everybody else. I'm cool.
I used to do that all the time. I used to go with all my first dates to Harlem Hookah. Shout out to Harlem. I used to always go to Harlem Hookah on my first date, because I was
you a savage.
And the staff knew me. The staff knows me. So it's like I said, I do a lot of online dating, and that's dangerous. So the staff knows me, and if they see I'm in danger, they got my back. So we out to Harlem Hookah. Like, that's it.
Shout out to them.
But you know what? I always say, like, for me, I never think about dating scenarios like, what if? Like, how you take them first for safety precautions. But it's like, that's because I've always been in some scenario where it's just like, you just gonna have to go it alone, because of what else can you do? Like, dorming on campus, because literally, what else are you going to do? What do you do in this scenario? Like, typically, wherever you're going, if it's not a group thing, you're about to be by yourself.
That's crazy.
So, because that's literally how it goes. Like, think about it. Like, you live on point A campus. Dude from your Spanish class lives on point B campus, but it's technically off campus, even though you can walk through campus to get there. And that's not really security, like, because, well, that's upperclassmen. What you are by yourself, you by yourself. So it's like, I'll take a motherfucker anywhere. Like, well, where are we going? Like, I be feeling like Dora the Explorer some days. Like,
you gonna kill me here or you gonna kill me back at the dorm? So it really doesn't matter.
like, because like honestly, it's like, and then niggas will tell you, like, when I was like younger, I remember like 18, 19 or whatever, and dudes don't really do that. Like, at that time, I had a boyfriend in those years of college, but like, I've been the friend that went with someone else to go kick it with the guy for safety. And she let me know later, or all in the same room, like, oh, you know, like, he don't really want you here. It's like, in hindsight, bitch, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm just acting as a bodyguard if necessary. Like, does he know that? Did you tell him that? Yeah, but he don't care type shit. Like, niggas will really tell you, like, yeah, we could chill, leave your friend at home. Now you're in a situation where it's like, so I guess I'm not going, but that's most cases.
No,
So
but I
like,
find that weird. When a guy doesn't want your friend to tag along, it's like, all right, now I know you're trying to kill me, because why you want me alone? Like,
I'm like that. I'm like that
no.
because I don't want nobody's friend. Why are they here? Like, this is not a group thing.
Okay.
If that was the case, I would have told my friends.
I'm finna tell you why guys don't like a tag along. It's because we are finna do some real nasty, freaky shit.
Chop up my body.
Huh?
Chop up my body. That's
nah. We finna do some nasty, freaky shit. And unless your tag along is into that shit, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: there was a lot of women that I dealt with that had friends that sat downstairs while their friends was upstairs getting roddy. So you have friends, huh?
I've been that friend for my best friend plenty of times. We're like, I've come to see her and she told me she's free for the weekend. I'm like, okay, I'll go over to Jersey to see her. And in a matter of 3 hours, her plans for Friday they changed. So you gonna go sit and wait for me, and then we gonna head out. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll sit right there on my phone, could hear it and everything. I got her videos on my phone.
Oh yeah, because you said you was in my living room before, and I was having sex with my man in my room, like, because you had your ear.
See, take one for the team. But see, my thing has always been too with that is, you know what I'm saying, when guys be like, yo, bring a friend, we want the freaky friend. Bring the freaky friend. Don't bring not
the Christian Mingles friend.
Yeah, don't bring the
me,
nun.
Don't bring me.
We don't want the nun. You know,
when I hear guys say bring a friend, I feel like I thought they said they bringing a friend for the friend.
Sometimes, but I have been in situations where they brought a friend, and the friend would hear the shit that's going on, and the friend would want to come participate, because who wants to just sit on the couch and hear their friends fucking or getting fucked? Like, who wants to do that? It's you ain't got to do nothing with the friend. With the girls, ain't got to do nothing with the friends. I mean, you know, that's generally, but guys do it too. Guys, except for me, I ain't never been downstairs hearing my homies fucking and been like, yo, I gotta come up there and get some. No, but guys do it though. And
he's right.
I have a confession to make. I've never said this out loud because it's back in my whole days, and I'm super ashamed. I've been saved since. I was dealing with a guy. And we were all in the park. Me, him, and his friends. We were all in the park chilling. The guy wanted to go, you know, do some things. So he went to his friend and was like, bro, you got a condom? And he gave it to him, and then we went to the other side of the park and did what we had to do. So it's kind of essentially like his friends waited for us to be done, so we come back and then go out. But his friends was just sitting there waiting for us to come back from the other side. Like, so there's men out there who will sit there and wait for they boys to finish fucking.
Nah, Chief, I ain't got time for that shit.
They listen, I'm telling you, they like that.
Dudes like that shit, but I'm not one of those dudes. Like, I can't sit here and watch. No, I just can't, because, you know, it's about time for me to go. I'm going to head out. That's why I don't like being a third wheel. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm cool.
Me too.
I'm
not, because in my mind, it's like, wow, she really left me by myself. Because like, why didn't the guy bring a friend? Like, I'm just here like,
these are the questions that would have been through my mind. And then,
but like, now I want to go home.
Sometimes that shit goes backwards, because my cousin set me up with a cockeyed chick. Okay. And he told me, he was like, yo, she kind of cockeyed, but you can look past that.
Could you not? You could look past
Could you look past it? She can't look past it. What the
I took one for the team, man. I took one for the team. I took one for the team. She was giving me head, but I didn't know if she was looking at me or behind me. So it was like, yeah,
she didn't even have the decency to close her eyes. I would have. I don't know. That's
yo,
just
if
me.
I was a man, if I was a man, I was getting head from a girl that was cockeyed and she looked up at me, I would go soft because like I'm cracking up.
I always said if I was a guy, I'd probably be a ruthless ass nigga because I just listen to some of this shit niggas go through. I'd be like, and you just wore that? You
right?
Because
I would never.
Your chest and handled it? Get the fuck. They'd be like, I'm a guy. What you wanted me to do? Nigga, something, anything.
Yeah,
I
not that.
Punch the bitch out.
Yeah. She
million things other than comply.
She threw me off, man. I was cool. I was cool on that.
It's the hot take.
That is hilarious. Yes, that is so hilarious.
Let's give a special shout
That's
out.
hilarious to me. That's why I hate taking L's for the
I know what
team.
time it is.
I hate it. My first time taking the L's for the team was.
Wait, what was that I was hearing?
That is the next segment. It's called the hot take. What this segment is we are saluting the brands out here that's shaking and moving. So my first official brand shout out to the Wet Lounge. The episode that y'all did with It's All Love. I tapped into that. Very interesting episode, man. So y'all out here moving the land, man. Shout out to It's All Love too. They bring dope shit every Saturday on YouTube. Also, I want to shout out Red Lipstick Vibes and Pillow Talk with the T. Shout out to them. I love both of them platforms.
Yeah, I like them.
And shout out Grown Ass Folks. I love them. I love all them platforms. Leave ladies got any shout outs? Anybody that you feel like is moving the land? Somebody that you notice that's putting in the work?
Shout out to Feudal Society. We just had those guys come down and do an interview on our show just 2 days ago, just on Friday. So be on the lookout for that episode coming out this Wednesday. But they're moving. This is a different type of rap group coming out of the South Bronx. But it's not drill rap. It's not your typical New York flow. It's given common, low key, but then also not common, but conscious rap. And it's real good. I'm liking what they promote. Good friends of mine. So shout out to Feudal Society.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on that. Maybe I want to piggyback on that because I didn't have anything on top of my head, but also that was really good. Tune into our episode on Wednesday. They gave a dope freestyle. The beat was crazy. The flow was crazy. The punchlines was crazy. So definitely tune into that. Feudal Society for sure. And they got an EP dropping, Feudal Morning. So
yep, Feudal Morning. Oh, also you can tune in to Sex in the Gritty, New York City. That is also another sex podcast. She has been moving
one of my faves
for a while now. The host name is K Cream, and she's it. So it's like if you like the Wet Lounge, you'll love Sex in the Gritty. So she's always on our radar.
She's straight out of Brooklyn, and we straight out the Bronx. So
you know how we coming. So that's that. Like
indeed.
Because you know I be doing stuff.
All right.
So yeah, that's us.
You got to spin. It's the payout, baby. Last call. Don't hold your breath. Get it off your chest.
All right. This segment is Final Thoughts. Final thoughts can be about whatever's on your mind. And I know it's some crazy stuff going on in them two minds over there. So final thoughts is whatever. Talk to
me. My final thought is, why won't more niggas let people eat their ass? Because I feel like everybody loves it. I feel like every time I hear a man say they got done to them, they love it. And I feel like men should talk amongst their friends a little bit more about that kind of stuff because everybody will be more open about it. So yeah, let your girl.
There's nothing wrong with that, fellas.
But
hold on. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
2 snaps and a twist. Sorry.
What else you got? What else you got?
I was just gonna say, for all the ladies out there, I know we said it on one of our lives like a couple weeks back, but there is nothing gratifying about a man doubling back for you. It's just not. Think about why he's gone. What's improved? Is it the same pussy that he walked away from? Leave that nigga where he's at. That's my final thought. No
Never
quarterback ass
recycle,
niggas.
you're better than that. Never
Yes,
recycle.
no running backs, no quarterbacks, no lazy backs, no fat backs, no nothing with the word back in it. Just leave them niggas alone. We don't recycle niggas.
No baby back ribs.
No nothing. Like, no, just get a new one. Just get a new one. It's the best way to get over a nigga is to get under a nigga or on a nigga. Something.
That's also the best way to get somebody hurt too, though.
Listen. You once you play those cards, that's it. You ain't gonna tell me how
because
to throw down, pick up off of your mistake.
Because I'm so emotionally tied to sex. If I get hurt by a man and I have sex with somebody else, I'm no longer thinking about that man. I'm thinking about the new man I had sex with, what he's doing.
What if that man is trash though?
I feel like that
because I already gave my body to you, my soul is.
What if it's trash though?
It doesn't matter. My body doesn't care. My vagina will be like, that shit was whack. But in my mind, it's like, we still had sex. We still gave him your soul. Like, what is he doing? Like, is he going to call you? Is he going to text you? Like, that's all. Whoever I was sad about, I don't even know them anymore because I done had sex with somebody new.
I feel like, no. Just no. 9 out of 10. No, like 9 out of 10. The nigga that I'm going to is a nigga that I dubbed for you to begin with. So I'm gonna go give that nigga a chance now. Cause like I said, no old niggas, just new niggas. I ain't fucked 10 yet, so he a new nigga to me. Like he a new nigga to me. Like he a new nigga to me. I ain't saying the number had to be new.
Wet Lounge got some different kind of advice. If you love that man, go get that man. If you love that woman, go get that woman. Because but before you jump in the next person's bed, make sure the relationship is really over. Because if we break up and you go fuck somebody else, there is no coming back to me. We're done. Yeah. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So you should have broke up with me.
I'm just saying, people make up the breakup nowadays.
Not I, so cat. I'm not playing no game.
We gonna get right back together. We gonna make it work. But if you go sleep with somebody else while we're making it work, we're on a break. I no longer want you. That territory has been.
I felt that. Because some people, they get into heated ass arguments, and in that moment, they do mean it. It's over. But at the end of the night, it does take one person to reach out, and it's like, okay, we both.
Once another nigga stick his Johnson in her, once another nigga stick his Johnson in her, that territory has been marked. I no longer want it.
All in that same 12 hours of the fight, somebody will act like they knew it was permanent and go have sex just to be like, well, we was broken up.
And then try to come back and tell you, look, I'm sorry. It was a one-time thing. It shouldn't have.
Meanwhile, we've been texting and arguing all day, and they still went out and fucked the other person anyway, just because y'all both was mad with each other.
They argued all day. They done stalked my social media all day. I done stalked they shit all day.
Checked the location a million times.
No, I ain't got no time for that.
No, ma'am. No, baby.
No, I'm cool. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all are super dope. We did an episode before, but the audio got real wonky, so I knew I had to get y'all back. But let everybody know where they can find y'all when new episodes drop and when they drop. I know all the good stuff about the Wet Lounge.
Okay, so you can follow us everywhere you get your fave podcast. So like, subscribe, rate, review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. We are there, and you can tell them how to find us on Insta and when we drop our episodes and
For sure. So you can find us on Instagram at _the Wet Lounge _ all of our videos are there. If you like to look at us rather than just hearing us, you can look at our videos on Instagram. We drop episodes every Wednesday or every other Wednesday when we get the chance to. You can find us on Facebook at the Wet Lounge. We just bring on the spice.
We hear all that splash, all that good shit, some advice in between, and we breaking cycles over at the Wet Lounge. So, if you like what you heard here, just give us a follow.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all as always, man.
Yes, thanks for having
Y'all
us.
stars. So I had to hurry up and get this for y'all blow up, and then y'all don't look down at the little people. You know how it go. But man, I appreciate y'all, man. Go get in tune with the Wet Lounge. They got some shit to say. Women podcasters are really taking over. I done worked with a bunch of dope women the last few weeks, man. So shout out to y'all.
Yes.
Keep taking
Recognize
over
it.
and keep doing what y'all doing. All right, man.
Thank
Y'all know
you.
what it is, man. I am out.
Thank you for having